Senior Class President, Michael.
Well, I'm going to start the speech because someone has to do it, so I'm going to take the 2016 class selfie right now. All right. Well, in true fashion of being a senior, I would just like to preface this speech by saying I officially turned the final copy of it into Ms. Dwyer last night, finally proving that senioritis is a real disease that affects millions of students nationwide. Good evening, classmates, parents, families, and faculty. Tonight has finally arrived, and I would like to welcome each of you to our time. Tonight is our big night, and it is an honor to stand here as your senior class president to celebrate this major accomplishment. We, as a class of 2016, have made so many memories over the past 4 years. But what will we remember most from our time in high school? Perhaps we will remember the obstacles that we have overcome along the way, such as challenging AP classes, endless piles of homework, or the most treacherous challenge of all, being locked out of school for showing up to the gate at 7:06. However, despite all the odds, we, the class of 2016, have managed to make it to the place we are today. When I think back, we've been waiting for this day since freshman year, back when every guy here rocked Diamond Supply t-shirts and all the girls had 10 pairs of UGG boots. We patiently waited our turn as freshmen, then sophomores, and then juniors, anticipating what it would be like to walk through the gates of Eastlake as a senior. And then, approximately 180 days ago from today, it happened. It was finally our time to leave the school. As a class, we enjoyed the good times, such as throwing pounds of powder at the football games and leading the district in academics. But we also endured the tough times, such as inhaling paint fumes throughout the halls of Eastlake. And I know most of you wouldn't believe it, but for those of us who actually went to school on the flip schedule days, we survived those too. And as we look back on this entire school year, I can honestly say that no other class did it with as much style as the class of 2016. And as time went by, our graduation day got closer and closer. And each day, it got harder and harder to show up to school. And then finally, one day, finals were over and our ending time had come. We as seniors had walked out of those gates for the final time. How had time gone by so fast? The old cliche is that time flies by faster than you can imagine. But as cliched as it is, these 4 years really did fly by. But as I think about the reality of this, time was not rushing by, but it was us rushing time. Think back over our high school career. It seems like we were always wishing for the weekend or the next break, instead of enjoying our time in the present. We seem to be too concerned with the future and not focused enough with the present, which is why these 4 years have gone by so quickly. And as hard as it is to believe, after 13 long years, our time has finally come to an end. I want each of you to look around right now and take this moment in. This significant moment in time, our senior graduation, and think about what it has meant for you, and then ask yourself, now what? Over 3 million other students across the country are graduating high school just like we are. So what will make us different? We must take what we have learned during our time at Eastlake and impact the world. What we have learned here is more than just facts and complicated equations. What we have learned here is how to learn. That's what our teachers have taught us. Albert Einstein once said, "Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school." We must take these lessons that our teachers have taught us and apply them to our lives in the future and in everyday life. Our experiences at Eastlake, not just what we have learned, is the thing that is going to make each and every one of us successful. And now, along with hard work, we must use these experiences to get to where we plan on going. Street poet and philosopher Drake once said, "Look at where I landed. You would think I planned it. I'm just doing me, and you could never understand it." So I challenge each and every one of you to do you. And no matter what path in life doing you takes you on, put your all into it and strive for success. To Today, in this moment, it is not really the end, because our journey will continue. Be sure to live your journey to the fullest, every step of the way. And I leave with this. Heroes are remembered, but legends never die. Be legendary. Congratulations, class of 2016.